To Canberra now, where the Nationals will spend the morning again debating whether to back a government plan to reach net zero carbon emissions by 2050. Watching all the action for us this morning is Melissa Clark. Mel, good morning. So we had that marathon meeting yesterday, and as of this morning, the Nats still no closer to agreeing or not agreeing to 2050.
That's right, and we may not even get an agreement today. The Nationals MPs and senators are going to meet again this morning to continue looking at this plan that has been given to them by the Prime Minister and Angus Taylor, the Energy and Emissions Reduction Minister as well. But they certainly don't seem to be particularly close to signing any sort of deal. We know that the idea of changing Australia's 2030 targets, which currently sit at 26 to 28% on 2005 levels, that's what was agreed to at the Paris Agreement that Australia put forward. That is not part of this deal, according to the Agriculture Minister, David Littleproud. So they're really talking about the net zero by 2050 goal and what might be done to help reach that. So things like concessions or financial support for industry, resources, heavy industry in particular, to continue them going. That's what the Nationals are looking for. But they say that they've only had a couple of hours to look at this plan yesterday. And part of the problem is they didn't come to this with their own proposal. They haven't developed their own climate action policy or energy transition policy for the regions over the time they've been in government. So they're having to assess a detailed plan from the Liberal Party, which is taking them a while. Now, Barnaby Joyce, as the Nationals leader, has made it clear that they won't be rushed on this issue. And in fact, this morning he has told us on News Breakfast that if anyone tries to rush them, well, that'd probably be pretty counterproductive.
We're not chained to a script. We have our own party and our own party room for a distinct purpose, that at times we have variance of views, we have divergent views, and we have different views. And if we ever believed that we were being sort of threatened or pushed or thought over, I know what the outcome of that position is, that people just say no.
OK, which means the Prime Minister will have to tread very carefully over the next week or two, Melissa.
That's right. Now, he has a deadline. The Prime Minister wants to be able to lock this away before he heads to Glasgow for the international climate talks, which are a fortnight away now. So there is a time limit there. But there's no rush in terms of Parliament. Now, even though Parliament's sitting this week, a net zero by 2050 target doesn't need to be legislated, so there's no compulsion there. So far, we've seen that the Liberals have been very careful to be a bit hands-off with the Nationals to try to give them space, knowing that while, unanimity on this issue is highly unlikely, if not impossible, they do want a majority consensus to come through the National Party so that they can present this as a federal government policy. That's not going to be easy, and it's going to be an interesting week as they try and get there.
Melissa Clark at Parliament House in Canberra, thank you.